Welcome back to WMAC Now with your host, Chuck Stevenson. So Seo Hee is finally free from one championship. That's right, her contract is done. Ham broke the news this past Monday. Catching up on some of the news items here. Before I get into the video, please hit that like button. And if you haven't yet, go ahead and subscribe. So Seo Hee, the former Road FC, former Jules, and former Ryzen atomweight champ, announced on her Instagram on Monday that her contract is done. She says, in English, I'm officially a free agent now. I had a difficult time because I couldn't compete for 2 years, but I had a great time. I'll come back in a great promotion to show me again. Of course, if you hit the translation, it's really hilarious because the Korean translates to, I have become a body of freedom. I was bothered not to play for 2 years. I spent a very happy day. I'll be back with a good match as soon as possible. I'm already excited to compete. So yes, she is done at one, and any other type of rhymes you could possibly think of. Now, Ham is currently 38 years old. She will turn 39 in September. So getting her active again is definitely going to be of the utmost importance. Of course, the matchup is going to be important as well because, 2 years or over 2 years now, inactive. You don't want to just rush into like a big fight, of course. You want to, get a tune-up fight in. That's what all the smart fighters do. You don't just rush right back into title contention. Now, the big question is going to be, well, where does she go? And unfortunately for Ham, there aren't many options for her. Atomweight right now, at closing towards the end of 2025, is not in a great place. Invicta has only had 3 events this year, and their last event was in May, with no signs of putting on an event before the end of the year. Very sad all around. And where else is there that promotes atomweights big time? Well, she's not going to want to go back to Road FC, and they don't put on events as often as they used to. When she joined with one, it was because her Road FC contract had run out. Now, at the time, she was the Road FC champ, and she also had just won the Ryzen Super Atomweight Championship of Ayaka Hamasaki. That was actually her last fight on her Road FC contract. She was on loan to Ryzen. So I don't see her going back to Ryzen. Now, that really only leaves her with 2 options. You've got Deep Jules, which isn't going to pay her probably what she wants. And then you have Ryzen. So most likely she goes back to Ryzen, fights there in the super atomweight division, which is at 108 pounds. Now at one, of course, she was fighting at 115 pounds. They have their whole hydration or anti weight cut thing, but she'll have no problem making atom weight or even especially super atom weight again. She's always been on the small side. Now, I have seen some people on Twitter saying, well, maybe she should try the UFC. Well, she did that before. And 3 out of her 4 opponents at strawweight, because, again, UFC does not have an atomweight division, but 3 of her 4 opponents at strawweight ended up moving to the flyweight division. And while she did beat one of them, she lost to 2 of them and then lost to an actual strawweight in a very weird fight that personally I think she kind of got robbed in. So anyway, I don't see UFC being an option. They're not going to want an atomweight again, who was already there once before and dropped out. So UFC is not an option. Honestly, let's be real here. Ryzen is the only option, the only viable option at this time in her career. So most likely she'll be going to Ryzen. Like I said, 2 years inactive, 38, going on 39 in like 6 months, less than 6 months. She's got to get back in there and get active again. Now, I think Ryzen will likely give her a tune-up fight or a fight meant to be a tune-up fight before they move her into title contention. Right now, Seika Izawa is still the undefeated Rizin Super Atomweight champ. Of course, she fights Saori Oshima in a little over a week, or less than a week's time. A little over a week's time. We'll see who ends up winning that one. Of course, I'm cheering for Oshima. But either way, neither of them should be an easy match for Ham. Should be interesting to see. But congrats to Ham on achieving free agency again and getting out of one, because let's be honest here. Her time in one, they wasted her time. I mean, they really wasted her career. She joined them in 2020, early in 2020, right after winning the Rizin title. Did not fight at all in 2020. Of course, we had COVID and stuff going on. Actually didn't end up fighting until all the way in September of 2021. So she spent over a year and a half inactive. Didn't fight again until March of 2022. Didn't fight again until March of 2023. Now, that was when she fought Itsuki Harada, and she turned down the fight the first time because Harada missed weight. So that was a little bit of her fault. And then she did end up getting a fight again in 2023. She fought Stamp Fairtex, dropped, suffered a body shot, KO, lost to Stamp. That was in September 2023 and hasn't fought since then. So I'm really happy and excited that Ham is out of one. She spent, all of 2024 basically begging for a fight. Would post it on Instagram that she was ready to fight and that she wanted to fight, and then they never gave her anything. And then she basically stopped doing that in 2025. And I don't know if she figured, well, I'll just sit it out then. But don't know if that's what happened or not. But she is out of one. Thank you, Lord. So I can see my favorite fighter get active again. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And thank you for watching WMA Now, the best, most complete women's mixed martial arts dedicated platform on YouTube. Thanks for watching. See you next time.